Hey there. Curious about networking or how to network like a pro? Stay tuned. Hi there. I'm Stefan Burchard, the Desert Bowtie Realtor in the Cathedral City, Palm Springs area. I help people find, buy, and sell homes, and I love this business. Networking Nuggets is an exploration of business building through networking, social connections, and digital media. The purpose is to build trust, grow our business, increase referrals, and build testimonials. How do you do? I'm back, Stefan Burchard, the Desert Bowtie Realtor, and today I'm interviewing my friend, Gina Notrica. Gina, I know you. Gina, I know through BNI. You guys have heard that word BNI many, many, many times, and you're going to hear it many, many times more. Anyway, Gina is with HealthBridge Insurance Solutions. Gina, why don't you talk a little bit about HealthBridge?
Well, I'm actually really excited to be with HealthBridge because it's been almost a year that I've been with them. And we represent many different kinds of Medicare insurances. And there's so many out there, people don't realize that. So it's kind of fun because I've spent 7 years with just Humana and just selling and helping people with Humana Medicare. HealthBridge, of course, it's our services are zero, are free to anybody who would like to or need some information about Medicare. It could be crazy because there's a lot of ins and outs, a lot of rules, regulations, and so forth. So I enjoy the people I work with so much. Marv Law started HealthBridge. And we're small but mighty.
How many agents are there in the office?
Now we have 4. So yeah, I have 4 now.
I don't know how many he had 5 years ago when I first met him.
Yes, and then we're all under what's called JSA, Jack Schroeder and Associates. That's our national umbrella, so to speak. So kind of go through them. I love working with them too. Very helpful.
Wonderful. Well, let's just get right to it. So my first, those of you that don't know, we go through pretty much the same 5 questions every single time. So Gina's a little nervous. I'm going to call her out.
I am. Oh my God. Me? How can I be nervous? No,
I know. Miss Bellows of The Voice,
Well, it's been 20 years singing for a living. And but this is harder. I don't know. I could rather sing for 10,000 people.
Atta girl. First thing I'd like to talk about is venues and avenues. Can you think of anything that people don't think of as a potential place to network?
Well, like me, I try to bring in my singing and my theater. And like recently I did a show here at the Desert Theater Works, and it was the whole 50s vibe with my beehive hairdo. But yes, ironically, one night, in its senior living, they rented out the place. So we did like this talk back after the show, and so it was so wonderful to get to tell them what I do and how I can help them, and so I use that kind of as a get to know, and hopefully if all this COVID comes up, I can do during open enrollment, which is October 15th to December 7th. I'm wanting to do a seminar there, and remind them, hey, I met you, and I'll sing a tune. Just maybe to help them too, if anybody wants to stop by and just ask questions about Medicare. So that's one avenue. I always invite my clients to, if I'm singing out too, and I have a little following, but it's so much fun to be friends with clients and have a relationship with them. That's my whole reason for doing this. I'd rather do that than, not be there for them. They know they can call me about Medicare, but it's kind of fun to do fun things with them too.
Is it safe to say that your networks and your circles and your personal relationships have become business or referred business to you?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. And I think, and the more they know me as a person, I'm sincere. I not only just want to help them too, I'm going to do the right thing. Sometimes it's selling them nothing, sometimes it's like, you better stay right where you're at because this is the reason why. And I want somebody in the best fit for them anyway, so I don't have problems. But I've gained a lot of trust that way, and so I'm friends with a lot of them. That's just who I am, I guess, as a person too. I enjoy it. I really enjoy that part of my business.
Well, you're definitely outgoing. Are there any materials or preparation that you think of when you're going to a networking event or going out for business?
Well, I always have a whole arsenal because now I'm representing so many different companies. I have everything in my car that I would need. If someone might call and give me a referral and they really want to meet you today, a lot of and I'd say right now, 80% of my appointments are with people. So, but now I have an office, now we have Zoom, and because of the new, I usually would go to their house or meet with them. I like that the best. But this is a new way we can do it. And I also have a new office. I've never had an office before. I always met people either at their home or so and went to them. So I think it'll help now, especially in this climate. But it's always important to have and I have many different types of Medicare. So plans. So you have to have that already, And I always have business cards. In fact, I keep them on the back of my phone. I like this idea.
Yeah.
Well, can't really see. And that way, because I'm always going to have my phone with me. That way yeah.
You know how I wear the vest when it's colder? And
yes.
In one pocket is my one business card, in the other pocket is another type of business card. So it's like I remember, and then I always put the collect in another pocket so that they don't get mixed up together. So it's
right. Great idea.
What do you do to feed your mind or to educate yourself?
Well, right now, it's funny you should ask right now, because every year we have to recertify. We have to do Medicare. This is to sell Medicare insurances. And so we take what's called the AHIP. And it's probably a 40-hour process. I mean, I'm not kidding. It's a whole, yes. It's a lot of different modules. And you spend time on each module. So every year we have to complete that. And with most carriers, you only have a certain amount of time. If you do not pass the big test at the end, within 3 times, you're not allowed to sell them. So it's important, and you have to stay, but I learn a lot from those. And you're not supposed to, when people get together and do it all together and they do it, but I never have. And because I learn from them. So, and I'm not afraid to take tests and so forth. But after that's over, every single carrier has their own testing. And I'd say each one takes 2 to 3 hours. So at this time of the year, we're recertifying, we're getting ready because we start selling 2021 plans starting October 1st. And then, of course, supplemental we sell all the time, but that's for Medicare Advantage plans. So when you see all those commercials.
So when you're done with all of that education and recertification, what do you do to feed your mind and to,
each company has these websites. And like I said, we're with Jack Schroeder and Associates. When they offer them, I take them. So sometimes they're educational on how to stay organized, educational about all the rules and regulations. There's a lot of things I'm not allowed to even say on this. There's a formal gathering, there's an informal gathering, there's all these things that need to be, that CMS, Centers for Medicaid and Medicare Services, have to be aware of if you're going to do a seminar. And so I like to do those little webinars and just keep up on it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can you think of a funny story about networking or a mistake that you made that ended up being fun?
I have been in a lot of homes. I mean, a lot. I've been doing this almost 10 years. And probably just the funny thing, as you might imagine, is some people are very free with themselves. And a gentleman did open up the door and all his birthday born goodness. So, I'm like, and he didn't do it in malice, but I'm like, okay. Well, I think we're going to have to cover up before I kind of help you out. How about that? And he's like, oh, it's so hot. And I don't, I'd rather not. And he goes, if you just want to take off yours and we'll be fine. That's what I said. No, I think I'm more comfortable with my handy dandy HealthBridge shirt on. And he's like, okay, just a minute. So he goes and just puts on his boxer shorts. Oh, I hope this is enough. And I'm like, okay. But, I made sure, he goes, we'll leave the door open. I didn't mean to scare you. I said, you didn't really scare me. You can tell. I didn't feel threatened at all. But he was just so happy in his glory. And that's how he spent his day. So that's kind of the things I might have to get
That's
past.
a good one. You were concerned you didn't have a good story. That's a good
I'm
one.
like, what do I tell? Oh my goodness. And then every once in a while we have to be very, professional, of course. And once in a while, I've had a couple times where they're just not real worried about flatulence in front of me. So I'm like, well, okay then. I hope everything's going okay with your diet. We really try to stay healthy on these plans, and that I turned it into, this is what you get with this plan. This is a wellness healthy thing here. And because it's, sometimes it's kind of funny actually.
What I'm getting out of this story is ad-libbing is a good art to have when you're dancing in a conversation with somebody, whether it's business or networking, just being able to dance and have fun with the conversation.
Yes, ad-libbing, certainly, absolutely. My sister always says, and she said this because my past and my religion, and I don't share it if they don't want to hear it, but sometimes she always says, I think you're doing so much more than just selling insurance. And because I can calm people, I've been through some deaths in my, and how to get through that. And and I feel too, a lot more connected to the client too, if I can help them in that way. Because sometimes they're in a really hard position and really sad. And for some reason, the Lord gave me the ability to reach out and comfort people. So sometimes I'll sing a song.
Oh, I love it.
Sometimes they ask me to. This one guy asked me to sing, okay, you're so good at country singing, I'll sign up. I said, no, I can't take any bribes here. That's illegal with CMS. You just sign up if you really, if you think this is the great fit. But he said, okay. He says, how about we'll take that off? I'm going to sign up. He goes, but if you can sing this song, you get a cookie. And I said, okay.
Cookie?
I get a cookie, yes. And it was a really bizarre Miranda Lambert song that they hardly never played. But I knew it. I sang the whole thing. No
doubt. You actually knew the song.
Yeah, he had never, he couldn't believe it. Now he's referred me to like 4 people. So it's great. Yes. Yeah, I'd say my most referrals from clients. Yeah.
That's wonderful.
So, yeah.
Do you have anything to add regarding networking that we haven't covered here or that I haven't asked about?
No, I'm in BNI as well. And I'll be honest, I left it for a couple of years because the one I was in just wasn't working for me. Referrals weren't coming. Plus and then I couldn't believe what a great fit once you get into BNI, how different it is. And so I'm so glad I'm back with it too. So, I have at least 5 years of BNI, under my belt. And I tell you, it's a great avenue. So networking, I love. Right now, see, I love all the senior gatherings. I got a lot, and I miss them. I hope it comes back at the senior centers. Ice cream socials I would always throw and stuff like that is really great to get to know people and let them know what I do, but we don't talk business at all at any of these, just have fun. I hope that comes back because I know the seniors are probably missing that too.
Yeah, I think that's interaction. One of the hardest lessons for people to grasp. It's not necessarily just about networking, but also with our sphere of influence and the people we're wanting to do business with or get referrals from is you just check in. You don't have to pound the referrals. You don't have to pound your business. You don't have to, you just, hey, let's catch up. And is there anything I can do to assist you? They know what the fuck we do, Yeah, exactly. And you know what I just started to? I don't mean to plug the business, but it's great. It's called Send Out Cards. Oh, yeah. I know Marv uses it a lot, and I knew about it before, but it has been really great, especially to keep in touch with clients. And then I do a whole mail out to anybody turning 65 in the area. You never know. And I send them birthday cards. I'm like, who is this? But I know they get a lot of information at that time. But I actually got, a referral from that. They called and said, that's kind of nice. You're the only one that sent a birthday card. So, but that's pretty been helpful. Yeah, especially in these times when you can't really see people. Cards is a good company too. So
yes. Oh yeah.
Wonderful. So, Gina, thank you so much for joining me today.
It's it.
The giggles. Okay. I won't ask you to sing a song today.
Well, I want to sing my little tag.
Oh, that's right. Oh my God, because you came up with this new tag. I love it.
I did. I have this little tag, and then I even recorded it, but it was kind of too late to put it on because we have a commercial right now running in the Valley with HealthBridge, but I hopefully do because it's just at the end of it. It's called, well, it's just small, and it's, we put the care in Medicare, HealthBridge Insurance.
Yes, I love it.
Isn't that catchy?
I love the care and Medicare. I just
Thanks.
absolutely love that.
That's my new line. We put the care in Medicare.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Harlan, you have a wonderful weekend, and thank you again.
Thank you.
And
thank you. This was fun.
Yes, absolutely. Be sure to give me a call, text, or email if you're thinking about buying or selling in the Palm Springs area. All my information is below. Now I'll see you on my next Networking Nuggets video about the value of patience.